Hey guys, it is the Monday after the Oscars, which means we're tired. And I have not washed my hair yet, but we're coming to you live here for the Daily Denny to give you guys a recap and a full breakdown of last night's Oscars, the Academy Awards. Thankfully, I have some help today. We got Lauren Zima here, who is also still in her hair and makeup from last night. She was on the red carpet.
Literally, haven't washed a thing.
And Katie Krause, who literally
Hey,
stayed
guys.
up, guys, getting all the deets on all the looks and all the fashion we're going to be talking about. Speaking of fashion, don't you love how comfy cozy we are today?
My hair is also not washed.
Yes, guys, we are Oscars hung over, and we want to thank you for being here with us because we're
Seriously.
exhausted. I think between the three of us, we have one functioning brain.
There was an option to do the high stools and maybe dress up a little bit, and Katie had the idea of like, you know what?
Couch.
No.
I'm only
Couch?
coming on if I can sit on a couch. So thank you, Denny.
Yeah.
It's the end of award season. The end of the Oscars means the end of everything.
I was gonna say that means a long, long award season for us. But you know what? What a way to go out though. The Academy Awards were last night. Super fun. They looked a lot better than we do right now. And so let's get right into it with the fashion. And of course, guys, fashion is subjective. There are so many people who looked amazing last night. And we can't get to all of them. So if you have any favorites, any best dressed looks of the red carpet, please let us know and we'll get them to this iPad right here. But Katie has some picks. We're gonna kick off.
Yeah, let's start with Nicole Kidman. She's wearing Armani Privé. It's this bold, blue, plunging neckline, delicate, romantic, giant bow on the waistline. She has a huge slit right up the middle. The hair is sleek. The makeup is subtle and perfect. She just looks amazing. Nicole Kidman knows how to do a red carpet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, that is a movie star.
Yes.
Like, she always turns out some really amazing red carpet looks, but I just feel like she knows what she's dressing for, and that's how you're supposed to show up to the Oscars.
Can I tell you guys, on the red carpet, she was the one actor or actress I saw. There's all those fans in the stands.
Yeah.
Everybody waves. She went up to people, shook hands, said hello, saying, like, she is also that kind of a person. And it really just made her glow. Her look was beautiful, but that energy she radiates, I think that's part of her being such a best dressed moment is that she glows.
Because she knows how to carry herself and whatever she's wearing. Like, she was floating down there.
I think that's why she's also such an A-lister. I think that's what makes her a mega movie star is the fact she is nice to fans. She was one of the last to show up and she still made the effort to go and speak to people in the stands who waited there all day.
Absolutely. I saw her take some selfies with the fans there, but also if you checked her Instagram, on her way to get her hair and makeup done, she rolled down her window to one of those like Star Tour vans and people like just touring, the tourists touring Hollywood, and she was like, hello, hi, what are you guys doing? Like,
I
it's
love
awesome.
her.
Can you imagine if
Oh, I would freak. It's
Yeah.
like so fun. I love that. Oh, Nicole's right here.
Oh, hey, girl.
Oh, hello.
Hey, girl.
Love it.
Man, we need more coffee. Okay,
Sorry, guys.
Let's move on to Margot Robbie. She was announced as the new ambassador for Chanel, so of course she's wearing Chanel Haute Couture, this incredibly exquisite white dress that was custom made by Chanel by Karl Lagerfeld. It took over 550 hours and 7 people helping Karl to make this dress. And you'll see like the garland draping off her her arms, and then the 3D garland, it like covers over the corset bodice area. Her hair, her makeup. I think she was my best dressed of the night.
Okay,
Aggressive?
awesome. I love Nicole Kidman, so it's Aussie versus Aussie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go into my best dressed of the night. Jane Fonda.
Yes.
Oh my
Also in
God.
white, a big trend last
Right.
night.
White was a big trend, and you guys, this woman, I saw her in person. She was also someone who was just radiating from the inside out, glowing. She had a Time's Up pin on that gorgeous white Balmain dress, and I love that. Jane Fonda, I mean, I think the woman's either almost 80 years old or in her 80s, rocking the Balmain, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't mess around. And can we talk about how, okay, for example, go back to the Emmys. Remember she wore that like fierce long ponytail?
Yes.
She said it was inspired by Gwen Stefani. And then tonight she's like Balmain, cropped stew. Jane has fun with it, and that's what I love about her.
She has so much life in her, and she also is fearless when it comes to her fashion.
Yes.
You know, another woman of a certain age who also crushed the red carpet is my new spirit animal, Rita Moreno. Guys, Rita Moreno, she recycled the same Oscars dress from when she won her Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in 1962. She said she let it in a little bit, but take a look at this, you guys. She recreated the bodice. Or excuse me, it's actually the same dress. She just changed up the alterations a little bit, but it's the original one from years ago when she won for West Side Story.
What a moment.
What a
Such
queen.
moment.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what? I thought it was very fitting for the 90th Oscars for her to do that and pay homage to that. We caught up with her on the red carpet. ET's Kevin Frazier, Nancy O'Dell got the scoop on how she made it happen.
I understand you're actually wearing the same dress that you wore 56 years ago when you won the Oscar. Well, I want to know how you do that. Most of us can't fit in the same dress.
I know, it's ridiculous. Well, we let it out a little bit. But what we did was this.
How smart are you?
They put. So that's how you updated it.
Oh, I was just making it bigger.
I love it. She also told
I
us.
love her so much.
I know, she was amazing. If you guys watch the Oscars, she was the one sipping champagne and made that grand entrance up to
She's
the
like sashaying
microphone.
on the stage.
Oh, it was incredible. She also told Kevin and Nancy that she kept the dress, obviously, and every once in a while she'll go in the closet and just graze it and be like, oh. And now she got to wear it again. It's awesome.
Just self-deprecating, loving her moment, loved it. You guys, your comments are coming in. Green Apple 88 says yes for Jane Fonda. Yes, yes, yes for Jane Fonda. Again, we are going over our best dressed of the night, so we want to know what you guys think. Let us know who you thought was the best dressed or what looks you think might have missed the mark, because we have all of our lists up at etonline.com and talking our favorites here.
That's right. And it's not just about the women. The
No.
men also turned it out. And last night, none other than Timothy Chalamet really turned out with this amazing, amazing Berluti tux.
Also in all white.
he was on
Such
trend.
a trend last night. You guys, he is a fashion icon at his young age. How old is he?
He's 22.
22.
And if we want to
22?
talk about Spirit Animal, it has been so fun to watch him go through this award
Yeah.
season,
Oh, yeah.
to just have fun with it. Like he's, Instagramming and from the Oscars
Right.
and just bringing that youthfulness to it. Happy to be there. Told us that he was just, stoked to see all the people.
I have to say, he had a way of turning a entirely white tux into something very young and hip. I think the black moto boots
The
really helped.
shoes,
The leather
yes.
boots really helped
The
it.
contrast
Oh, it was
looked
amazing.
so chic.
And honestly, Timothy Chalamet, who was nominated for his first Oscar, and he's also the youngest Oscar nominee this year. Him at the Oscars would be like me at the Oscars. He busted out his phone inside the ceremony, giving us an inside look of what it's like to be sitting there as a nominee. There's his co-star Armie Hammer holding a couple Oscars with Wonder Woman. He also gave us this look that you guys might have missed on TV. It's the rest of the Best Actress nominees hugging together, embracing after Frances McDormand's emotional and fiery speech. So, Timothy breaking, I think, Academy regulation by busting out his phone during the
I just
ceremony.
got
We're so
chills
glad
though
he did.
watching that.
Yeah, exactly.
What an empowering moment.
That's what I'd be
You know
doing.
what?
I'd be catching everything.
If there's somebody who the Academy's not going to come after, it's a nominee.
Timothy. Yeah.
It's not.
Another young star, Zendaya, looking absolutely flawless in this Giambattista Valli gown. It's one shoulder, it's chocolate colored, it's chiffon. I love the top bun. She has really emerged as one of the fashion icons to watch, in my opinion.
No, 100%.
She always brings a different look to the
Yes.
carpet, whether she's changing up her hair or going for a totally different style. I've interviewed her about it before, and she's like, sometimes I make the decision day of. I really just don't take it too seriously, and I have fun with it.
And I
has
think
so
that
much
it
fun
works
with
for
it.
her.
Yeah.
You know what? She has an amazing stylist behind her helping her make these decisions. Her stylist is La Roche.
Yeah.
He's really well known in the fashion industry, and he did not only just dress Zendaya, but he also dressed two-time Oscar nominee Mary J. Blige. This was her first look of the night on the red carpet in this amazing custom Versace number. It's white. It's bedazzled. The bodice on it just fits MJB like a freaking glove. She had 3 looks of the night, and that's the first one. But it was a big night for her. Her first time at the Oscars, and she showed up and turned out.
Those earrings.
Come on, the
Talk about
hair.
bling.
I just love the way it fits her and the combination of the bling mixed in with that really shininess of the fabric. It was totally stunning. And you know what? I love when people have a little train at the Oscars. You can work
Yeah.
that train at the Oscars.
That's what Bruno and Cardi would call dripping in finesse. Don't you think? She was just dripping in
Yes.
it. I love MJB. Stand for her.
Another star who showed up in Versace is Jennifer Garner. And when she showed up, my jaw literally dropped. I've never seen Jen Garner look this incredible on a red carpet. I mean, the color, the fit, the hair, the makeup, the earrings. I mean,
You guys, I have a
she
lot of
looks
theories on this.
Amazing.
Let's hear it.
Revenge bod. This is how you do it.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, we were blown away by her. She's in this bright, bold blue color.
Yeah.
And what we had all been noticing as we get all these paparazzi photos in is, you know, over the past, I guess it's been well over a year now since her and Ben Affleck broke up. Jen, we saw her, you know, obviously she's going through a tough time. She's like at the farmer's market. She's in a sweater. Like she's just trying to push through. And then we saw Jen coming out of her workouts, okay? Then we start getting pictures of her out of her workouts. Then I find out a good friend of mine who is nutritionist to many stars, Kelly LeVeque, if you do not follow her on social media, check her out. She now has Jen Garner as a client. And now here we go, Jen Garner at the Oscars, looking amazing.
You have to prep
10
early.
out of 10.
No, apparently you have to prep early.
Yeah,
like
you
she's
do.
like, the Oscars are 4 months away. I'm going to start getting my revenge bod back now.
That and she has a movie coming out. Like
That's
this
what's up.
is Jen's time to shine.
I really think we were witnessing the first page of Jen's next chapter,
Yeah.
if I may say. I thought her makeup looked amazing, that it fit her body beautifully. And, you know, she is one of those women who, especially, like, she's always talked about how important it is for her to be a mom, to spend time at home with her kids. But then she really used this moment to, like, glam out and wow everybody and say, this is my sexy side. And I love that about
I think
her.
we have a front runner for best dressed because Deb, Lisa, Connie, and Nicole all agree with you guys. They loved Jennifer Garner's look.
Yes. Although we have some love too. Biba says loved Mary J. Blige. She looked incredible, and Kim was digging Zendaya, looking amazing. Yes. By the way, here's also how I kind of know when somebody's best dressed. When my own mother calls me. My mom Donna called me and said, Jennifer Garner looked amazing. Yes, so many people out there, quote, looking horrible. Jennifer Garner looked amazing. I'm like, all right, Mom, well.
It took the Academy Awards to get her out of those sweats, and we're glad you did it, Jen. We're glad you did it. Someone else who was also out of sweats, Allison Janney.
Allison Janney, you guys, can I just say, this woman has had a great time with awards season, and she capped it off last night by winning an Oscar. She has swept the Best Supporting Actress categories at all these awards shows, and she killed in her outfit, Lady in Red, looking stunning in Reem Acra. And can I just tell you guys, I don't know if you can notice it, but she had diamonds head to toe, if you look closely, like every part of her body, and she told me she was wearing quite a big amount of money in diamonds. Here's what she had to say.
These diamonds, how much money in diamonds are you wearing right
Oh, it's crazy. These are forever mark diamonds. This is like a 10-carat diamond ring, and this necklace is, well, I mean, I think it's over 4 million in diamonds or something. I don't know.
I'm blind.
She's correct because the press release that we received said over $4 million worth of diamonds on her last night.
Ask me how much this sweatshirt was.
Free. That's how much these shoes were. Also free.
What gave it away? Was it the ET logo? This was free. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, again, that
The
moment,
responsibility.
I know.
Can
You know,
you
well,
imagine?
sometimes they really give, and I didn't ask her if they do, but sometimes they give you a security person with
Yeah.
you when you're wearing that much in diamonds at these
have
awards
to.
shows. And so you guys, you see that big rock on her finger. Of course, I had to say, hey, Allison, are you engaged or what's going on here? And she had the best answer. She goes, I am engaged to myself as a woman and my career. And I said, yes, and that she was having a career moment. Yes, for Allison. Absolutely stunning last night. And just somebody who everybody in Hollywood loves.
Yeah.
You know, you forget how many people she's worked with.
It's true.
I'm like, what's this award season been like for you? She said that Laura Dern invited a bunch of the nominees for private dinner a few days earlier, and they just had like a small, fun private dinner. She's like, I saw Meryl. I'm like, Meryl Streep? And she's like, well, yeah, I mean, I've worked with her, and she has. It's just like everybody, I think, was so happy to see her have her moment.
Which is why it was funny at the beginning of her speech when she won, she was like, and I did it all by myself.
Well, she was cracking us up all night long. We also talked to her at the after party, and you guys have to hear where she told Cameron Matheson she's going to be keeping her Oscar.
I haven't eaten since
I know you
9
haven't
this
eaten.
morning.
I won't take much time. I just want to say a big congratulations.
Thank you
And
so
I'm thinking, and I know you've got the Emmys and the other awards for this incredible season. Where is this one get a special spot on the
This
shelf?
one is in my bed with me.
No shelf. It's got to be in
This
bed.
goes in the bed, or at least on my night. I mean, I want to look at it for a while when I wake up and be happy for myself and proud of what happened for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the first thing you're going to eat in there?
I'm not sure what Wolfgang served. Whatever Wolfgang makes, I'll eat.
She's engaged to that Oscar.
Yes.
Can you
The
blame her?
honesty, the candidness. I'm so obsessed with her.
Yes.
I love it.
We want to wrap down our best dressed, you guys, with, somebody who was just loving the night. Jennifer Lawrence, looking stunning in Christian Dior, of course. I thought, Katie, you mentioned white was a big trend. I thought that sparkles and bling were
Of
huge.
course,
metallic,
another big trend. Yes.
Yeah, she looked great, and not a nominee, not a winner last night. She was there to present with Jodie Foster, and she was just, I think, I liked seeing her loose like this. She didn't have that pressure. She was just like, I'm looking sexy out here and having a good time.
I was gonna say the thing about the Oscars is sometimes people, fashion-wise, either play it really safe or like too elegant. She had fun. She was
Agreed.
there to have a good time. She's not nominated. She's just presenting. And let me tell you guys, whoo, she was living her best life last night. I mean, from the red carpet, the minute she arrived, just like arms out, ready to go. There she is right there. And look at the guy behind her, like, yeah!
Yes, J-La.
Live your truth. I mean, she really did come to have a good time. And what you didn't see on TV was Jen was thirsty right before the ceremony. She got to her seat early, but she also wanted to climb over to get to it with a drink in hand, guys. That is hopefully a soft blanc. I don't know. But that's her in her custom Dior walking over to get to her
I'm
seat.
so glad she didn't trip and fall.
And look she's like,
During
hey,
that.
that is my seat right there. Thank
Yep.
you. Or do you think I was going to sit here and not drink my wine?
Oh,
her and
Meryl having a moment.
I mean, J-Law has been on a press tour for Red Sparrow, and she admitted to a lot of talk shows that the only way she gets through it is through booze. She said it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? She's been drinking a lot on this press tour, and I think, like, the Oscars was that finish line for her,
I do think she's never looked better
she looks
than
amazing.
between the Red Sparrow press tour last night.
Yes.
Like, her looks have just been on point
It's so
through and
good.
through.
And you know what? I love seeing those silly moments because I think everybody talks like, oh, the Globes are this party awards show. I like seeing those fun moments at the Oscars
Yes.
too. The Oscars are fun. There is alcohol at the Oscars.
And you know what? If there's alcohol, J-Law's drinking it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and by the way, more comments coming in from you guys. Frankie says Meryl Streep and Allison Janney were stunning. Both ladies in red. Agree. They were gorgeous.
And a lot of people still can't stop talking about Jen Garner.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You
Him
nailed it.
here.
You nailed it.
The coming of Jennifer Garner. Yes, 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 yes.
I love this. All right, we want to get into some other stuff you guys might have missed or that they didn't show on TV. What's trending today is that Frances McDormand's Oscar was stolen last night. That's right, you guys. As crazy as that sounds, ET can't confirm that a man actually swiped Frances McDormand's Oscar. She won for Best Actress for 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Someone swiped it from her table at the governor's ball.
Who does that?
Who does that?
Who was a person who was able to get into that party and then
just
steals that? And
walk
how do you
without
think
it.
you're not going to get caught?
Well, remember that booze that you said was flowing? I have a feeling that has something to do with it, but we can't confirm that. But what we can confirm is that man ended up being arrested and booked on
As he should have
felony
been.
grand theft. Isn't that crazy? But a rep confirmed to ET last night that the Oscar is back in France's possession. In fact, last night they told us they are happily reunited and are enjoying an In-N-Out burger together.
You guys, I still have so
What a
many
dream.
questions. Like, does this mean that this man, I mean, was he really trying to steal it? Did he pick it up and forget to put it back
Well,
down?
was he using it to go party hopping? Because you can get into other parties if you show your Oscar, I think, if
he-
you're not that well
did he think
known.
it
I
was
wonder
a-
if that was part of it.
Did you think it was a Wolfgang Puck chocolate? Like, maybe
Wolfgang
it was like,
Puck shapes all of his food like
Yeah.
his
Oscars.
food
on
shaped like
Oscars
Oscars.
night. Yeah,
Maybe
I
you
don't
didn't know. You know?
It is. I
Very
will say,
weird.
you guys, it's kind of crazy to see the security at the Oscars because I was there, and you have to go through. You have to, of course, show your credential, and they have scanners, like machines, to make sure nobody's getting anything through. So there's a lot of Oscars, a lot of police on hand. So I'm not surprised the person was caught, and I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, but she
Stay
has
tuned.
it. It's back in her possession. You guys, a huge winner last night that had everybody buzzing, of course, was Jordan Peele, who became the first African American to win for Best Original Screenplay for Get Out, which was one of my favorite. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the crowd goes wild for Jordan Peele, and they did last night as well. What was amazing, though, was his interview backstage in the press room. He talked to the press about why this award and the moment he had last night was much bigger than him. Take a look.
When the nominations for this came together, first of all, when the nominations came out, I had this amazing feeling of looking at the 12-year-old that had this burning in my guts for this type of validation. And I instantly realized that an award like this is much bigger than me. This is about paying it forward to the young people who might not believe that they could achieve the highest honor in whatever craft they want to push forward.
I just
What
love
a-
that.
what a guy.
I love that because I think he was really taken aback by the fact that he won an Oscar. I mean, we're talking about a guy who came from Comedy Central. I don't think in a million years he thought this could happen for himself.
Guys, this is the guy who did Keanu.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. No, and that's not lost on him. You know what I mean?
And such a historic moment.
Oh, for
too,
sure.
yeah.
And I loved what he said about the young people because it's something Guillermo del Toro said in his speech for Best Picture as well. You know, he dedicated to those people, those aspiring filmmakers who are going to lead us into the future beyond entertainment. You know, so I thought that was a really special moment. We mentioned Comedy Central, of course. Jordan is one half of Key and Peele. Well, we found his counterpart, Keegan Michael Key. What's his name? Keegan Michael
Drink
Key.
more coffee.
Yes.
Drink more coffee.
All right, we actually caught up with Keegan Michael Key at the Vanity Fair party to get his reaction to his boy Jordan winning that Oscar. Take a look.
Your boy won.
Oh my gosh. I thought, okay, I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to be nervous. I'm just going to send good vibes. And then I got really nervous. It was like my kid brother was the quarterback at the Super Bowl.
What was your reaction when it happened?
My fiance has the video. I think I jumped up on a chair and I screamed. I jumped up on a chair and screamed for about 30 seconds.
So sweet.
I love that.
I love that.
Isn't that fun? All right, moving right along, guys, to another most talked about moment from last night. Come on.
Like we said, the night was the 90th Oscars, and it was a night of people addressing the Time's Up movement, the Dreamers, so many issues, and one issue was comically addressed. Of course, you guys remember the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite. Well, Tiffany Haddish and Maya Rudolph decided to tackle that by joking that nobody needed to worry. Just because the two of them were on stage didn't mean that the Oscars would become so black. They were hilarious. They had so many great jokes up there. We are literally like, can you guys please host the Oscars?
Yes.
These two?
That would be epic.
Katy Perry wants him to run for office.
I know, and like I'm here for it. Also want to point out that that Tiffany Haddish recycled her dress from SNL. You guys, this is the dress that she said, "Hey, I bought this dress myself. I spent the money on it. I'm going to get my use out of it." White was on trend anyway. Tiffany Haddish on stage as a presenter at the Oscars wore a dress she'd worn on SNL. I love it.
And she wore Uggs.
And she wore
guess
Uggs.
what?
I wore them in honor
Yes.
of Tiffany, you guys. Her and Maya went out there in their slippers, and that's why I'm wearing these. Yes, loved it. We had so much fun with Tiffany. We talked to her on the red carpet before the show and at the governor's ball afterwards. And she talked about how, hey, she's got to make that money. Here's what she said to our own Cameron Matheson.
What about if they asked you to host next year at the Oscars?
I would totally do it if we get paid, because I didn't get paid for that. So, but if I get paid.
You didn't even get like SAG minimum?
No, I ain't getting nothing. So, but if I get paid, I'm down. Because, I got bills to pay.
Okay. All right.
I got to
there
pay
you
for these
go.
dresses.
You hear that, agents?
Gotta pay for those dresses. Gotta pay for those dresses. She can wear them again. You guys, Tiffany really was the belle of the ball last night at the Oscars, and she was making her rounds at all the after parties, including a very exclusive one, Jay-Z and Beyonce, who got in the Oscar after party game last night. They threw one at the Chateau Marmont for their girl, Mary J. Blige.
Can you say that again?
Chateau Marmont.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't
Love
speak
that.
English today, but I can speak French apparently. Jay-Z and Beyonce threw this exclusive after party. Only 150 guests were invited to this. It was for Mary J. Blige. Tiffany did score an invite despite having to sign an NDA. You guys remember Beyonce called her out in that new song Top Off. We talked to Tiffany about it, who was so stoked that Beyonce called her out. No, I know, but it's up on our site at etonline.com. You guys gotta go check that out. And I said and if you're in the TV game, that means sound on tape. So I apologize. That's what that is.
By the way, so many comments coming in from you guys. Kat said she was so excited for Jordan. Get Out was her favorite movie of last year. It was awesome to see Get Out, and him especially, but Get Out also as a movie get recognized, because that was one of those movies where people didn't exactly know, is it a horror, is it a comedy, what is it? And it got nominated for Best Picture, didn't win, but Jordan's still getting recognized. It was awesome.
I feel like overall the Oscars this year were so fair. I think that the distribution of all the different awards, all the different presenters, I think it was the best they've done in years.
No, I agree for sure. And, I think Jordan winning, it sent a huge message, especially because the genre Get Out is a horror film, He was also spotted at Jay-Z and Beyonce's party, sipping on Ace of Spades champagne, Jay-Z champagne.
Okay.
The party also featured a casino for guests. And also, get this, you guys, this is the best part. The guests were offered socks and slippers in case they wanted to take off their shoes after a long night. I mean, this was like the after.
They and Jay know how to throw a party.
They know how to throw a party.
I'm pretty sure they had pizza delivered there there as well around midnight.
Yeah, and some of the other people on the guest list, of course, Drake, Shonda Rhimes, DJ Khaled,
Have you heard of 'em?
Usher, Angela Bassett,
Exactly.
Casual. I also love that, considering Tiffany and Drake were people that people were speculating Beyonce was calling them out in her song, they were still on the guest list.
They're still on the guest list. It's all good, guys. It's all good. But like I mentioned, it was for Mary J. Blige in honor of her 2 Oscar nominations. We actually talked to her on the red carpet right before the Oscars about the big night.
No, we don't have this up.
Oh, just kidding, you
sorry,
guys. Okay, well,
Oh.
she said she was basically telling us that like her fam is really turning out and showing their support for her and all the love, and she said she would immediately do it right back. So Beyonce, get your Oscar nomination, and Mary J. Blige has got your back.
Yes.
Fam supporting fam.
Yes.
Another after party was, of course, the Elton John viewing party. And Miley, Cyrus, and Liam Hemsworth returned there. They have not been to that party, you guys, since they broke up in 2012, but they've been a ton. They went in 2010. 2012, fast forward 6 years, they were there again. Miley looking ravishing in this Moschino dress. It's pink, it's silver, it's glittery. And then she switched into a Prabal Grand gown for the Vanity Fair party.
I love that dress.
How magical do they look?
No,
Katie,
I
so
know
here
you
for
love
Mayim.
I know you love Miley, so were you losing it, Katie?
Losing it. I mean, she looked incredible. She had her ring on full display in a lot of the photos last night, and I'm such a fan of these two. I'm so happy that they found their way back to each other. Will we ever?
Find love like this.
I love you like that.
I love you too. But we don't look like that.
No, we don't.
Like Liam also looks really good. You guys. I'm
They
just
just
saying.
look so glamorous.
They're so
Like
glamorous.
old Hollywood glam.
They're so cute. I love it.
What I also love about it is that, again, it's like sometimes the stories in Hollywood that are the best stories are not the ones in the movies. They're the real life ones. Who would have thought a couple years ago that Miley and Liam would be back together at that Oscars party, giving us that moment again?
Even since they got back together, it's been a while since we've seen them actually pose together on a red carpet. They've gone to events together. We've seen them inside, but this is such a monumental moment for them and their relationship, really.
What a fun time.
I'm waiting for that wedding. Can
what a
I
time to be
get
alive.
an invite to that wedding?
Miley and Liam, I love that. Ashley's saying, love that Liam and Miley are in public now. We needed them. We needed to see them. I'm going to frame that photo for my desk. Okay. All right, guys, if you can believe it, we're still only scratching the surface. There's going to be so much more coverage tonight on Entertainment Tonight. Check your local listings. We're taking you inside all of these after parties and more of what you didn't see on TV. Also, about how rowdy people got at the Oscars, so make sure you tune into that. And of course, all of this coverage is live now on etonline.com. The fashion, the after parties, the speeches, a lot of fun stuff up there, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for the help.
Thank you, Daddy.
Coffee cheers. Coffee cheers.
To award season. Thank you guys for
Yes.
watching, and we'll be back tomorrow like normal for the Daily Denny. So thank you guys. If you like this video, like, comment, and share. You know the deal. All right, guys, we're going to go take a nap.
Bye, y'all.